Life through strength. Speaking to the mic. The mic. The mic. Coach Dennis R Sumlin.
Hey everybody, it's Dennis, your communication and strategy coach. Practice makes perfect. Today we're talking about the most effective ways to practice your speech. Now, why should you even bother practicing your speech? Well, because practice makes near perfect, because nothing's perfect. But we practice our speech so we can develop what is called muscle memory. We can absorb the speech into our system. The more we practice our speech, the more adapted we become to delivering our speech. The more we feel our speech throughout our bodies. And basically, we can almost give our speech without thinking. It becomes automatic. That's why we practice our speech. The more we practice it, the more ingrained it becomes into our psyche. So then we're ready when that day comes. Now, how will we go about practicing our speech? Well, first we have to make sure we have the speech that we want to give with the outline that will be most effective. Now, remember, we've talked about in other videos that we want to have a strong opening. We also talked about in other videos how we want to have the power of three, the 3 bullet points to your larger point. That's the most effective way. And of course, a strong closing. So once we have all those elements and we've done the research and we're ready to share ourselves and our message, then we go into practice mode. So how do we do that? Well, let's look at the kind of things that I do when I practice. When I first prepare a speech, when it's all prepared and I'm ready to go over it over and over again, I first practice the speech in my living room by myself, out loud. Like I stand in the living room as if I'm standing in front of the audience already, just to get that feeling, that adrenaline flowing, as my voice bounces off the walls in my living room. And I give my speech, just so I can see how easily it flows from my body and from my mouth. And if something sounds a little odd, something doesn't come out right, is a word that I wrote down that just doesn't come naturally to me, I change it. We spoke about in another video how we have to speak how we normally speak. So there are times I've had to change words after I've actually had to say them and go, ooh, that doesn't sound right. So we practice to ourselves, maybe in an empty room. And then we flip the recorder on. If you've got a voice recorder or even better, a video recorder, you record yourself practicing that speech. And then when you look at it, you can effectively tell where you might need some work, both in the way you stand, your posture, the way you handle your body, your voice inflections, all those things you can hear when you flip on that recorder and record it. And here comes probably, well, the toughest part for me is practicing it in front of people. Now, I know some people have a problem listening to their voice. I hear my voice on recording all the time. It's practicing in front of people. Pick someone who you feel comfortable with and practice in front of them. Family, friends, your spouse, whoever. The guy next door, the garbage man, the mailman, whoever you feel comfortable in front of. And practice your speech. Get feedback. Get a little constructive criticism. That will help you improve your speech. It will challenge you, and then you practice all over again. The longer your presentation is, the longer you have to practice in order to commit it to your cellular memory. So remember, practice makes near perfect. And if you want to be able to develop even more practical practice skills to make your speech as good as it can be, contact me, Dennis at lifethroughstrength.com. Visit me on the website, www.lifethroughstrength.com. Follow me on Twitter and look me up on Facebook. And follow here on YouTube. This is Dennis R Sumlin, speaking into the mic. Make sure you practice your speech.